Welcome to the Active Trader Setups Tutoring Reference Series, where we'll be reviewing charts and exactly tutoring you on how to set those charts up from scratch, what the indicators are on each chart template that's shown over on our Trader Members site under Products. So you go to tradermembers.com, click on the Products tab, and we have the page set up for our members, as well as it's open to the public if you want to learn more about our charts. We have each chart outlined, each template. We have a different section for the futures charts, and we're taking each chart one at a time and showing all the indicators that are on the chart, telling a little bit about what they tell you, showing you where the scanners are located to scan for the inflection points that are shown on these charts, as well as at the very end of each of these reference tutoring videos, we will have a step-by-step instruction of how to create this chart from scratch with a new chart, starting with the data series and then loading the template. That'll be in about the last 5 minutes of each of these videos. That'll be shown right above the chart template on the page, and this will be the name of the video on the YouTube site that's shown right below the chart template on the page. So it's Products page at tradermembers.com. That's open to the public as well. So you want to remember this if you're having to reconstruct a chart, or you want to place a chart into a workspace you already have open. You don't have that chart there and you need to build it because you want to start using it in your workspace that you've already got created. You'll go over, find this video, just fast forward over the last 5 minutes, and it'll show you how to create each chart from scratch. And be sure to watch on our YouTube channel. We got the Active Trader Setups Trading Setup Series that's coming out 3 and 4 times a week, where we're reviewing actual charts from the day, that's using the chart and the indicator setups that are on that chart to use practical application of the indicators on the charts, how you're going to read them and how you're going to react and trade to them. That's an ongoing series for our clients to learn from, as well as our guests to learn more about our trading package. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be watching for that series multiple times a week. This video is brought to you by Active Trader Setups Trading Package, a day trader setups company. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel while you're here, and go over to daytradersetups.com. You can find out more about our package under our features area, our registration area, as well as our education and training. We have a YouTube channel page that has links to various videos as well. And then you can go over to our members site. It's called tradermembers.com. Go to the products page, and we have a full listing of reference materials for our traders to access, but this page is open to the public. It goes over each of the charts and what they have on them, the indicators, the indications, how to scan for those, and so forth. This video is on chart template 15M ATS Inflection D. And it's over on the tradermembers.com products page, 15-minute ATS Inflection D, and that is the name of the template, and it's right at the bottom of your chart, shows that there. And then in the lower area, if you ever have to reload, your picture is daily ATS Inflection, and it has 2 data series, the 15-minute standard chart and the daily. You can modify that candlestick 15 just like some of the other templates we've looked at.
As long as it stays intraday, do not modify the daily input. And what you have on the chart is the ATS inflection point indicator with the daily input and the ATS volume alert plot here, as well as the up down volume at the bottom. So this is a template setup just like several we've seen already, and there's nothing really any different about it. Again, note the name 15M ATS Inflection D in the lower left hand corner matches your template name. Again, it's 15-minute standard candlesticks. The little lines in the chart represent the day breaks. And you can see on the last day of trading that PKG ran up actually right to this line 96.40. The data box right here beside us shows the high at 96.39. That's 1 penny off our daily inflection plot. Now this plot went back for several days. At 96.40 was right here on the line. So we got the 1 day back, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. 6 days ago we put this on the chart. It's been there ever since. So as you remember in the first charts we've shown on the inflection lines, how we plot those is the white one represents the last day. So the one that was white a minute ago just showed up at the end of the day on the last tick. It switched it over to the next day. Sometimes you'll have a blue line that hadn't switched over yet. But so the entire day for this particular day, when it started, these were your lines on the chart, and they stayed there till that last tick, and it shifted that white line down. But all those lines up above where this went up to were already there. They're already up here. So as we continue, these are pre-printed on the charts prior to. So look what happened here in the morning. It gapped up, went up. The line at the white dotted line was 95.18. The high was 95.18 to the penny. That was our inflection point. That was our most recent inflection point that we put on the chart at the end of the day from the day before. So immediately that came into play on this day. The way our lines work, as a reminder to you, the white thick dashed lines in the most recent plot, then we will shift it to a white dotted line the next day, and then it'll become a white solid line the third day back, and after that we have the orange lines for a total of 10 days in arrears. So if you watch this white dash line, it's here. Now when it's 1 day old, it will be replaced by this smaller dash line, and this white solid line will replace this to represent 3 days before, and this line will become orange. So as we slide this forward and move into the next day, you can see the white shifted down. Now you have 2 oranges up there. The dotted line shifted down here, and we have a new plot for the next day. So that's a reminder of how those work. So as you're trading, the most recent plots will be in white, and that's the most recent, second most recent, and then the solid line is the third most recent, which is right here. So you can see this was already on the chart. This actually came up on my scanners when this reversed up here and gave a very nice trade from 96.40 all the way down to 95. That's $1.40 trade. Very clean on our wick charts as well. So that's how the inflection points work. And if you're a guest, please take note of how many times you see these lines come to the penny. It's over and over and over again. These are these are our favorite Trader's Choice, favorite trading inflection points. Now to scan this chart, it's just like we looked at before. It's the ATS Inflection alerts. They do scan off the wick bars, but the main thing you want to know is it's reversing at the line. Whether if you're using a 15-minute, 3-minute, the scanner will still find you this trade setup. And it's ATS Inflection, and it's also inflection with volume if you prefer them to be in volume. Again, as a reminder, the ST alert is the fastest. That's a small tick. MT is the next fastest to show those reversal bars. And you again can take these. That's the ST inflection, the white dash, long and short, white dash dot, solid white. That's your 3 days back, and then you can get them all. They're already pre-selected. And then if you want to just see when you get to the line before the reversal, then you can activate these alerts. And as the price gets at the line, it will give you the alert for this. It's just at the line. It's not making a reversal. Could be going straight through it. Could set up for a reversal. So that's a little repetition there for those of you that may not watch one of the other videos recently. And that's everything that's on this chart. Now we're going to look at how to build one from scratch. I'm going to start by notating the data series. It's a 15-minute loaded on the chart. We got 30 days of history, regular trading hours as normal. Break it into day. And we do show that in the data box. And we do not plot the executions. Then we have a daily. Set to 1 day, 365 days will be default. Regular trading hours, break it into day. We set our bar chart to our STSAlgo so we don't have the candle on the chart. We have to remember to put our panel at number 1 with the other plot, and then again do not plot. So we're going to make one from scratch. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to our control panel and we're going to go new, chart, select a symbol. Just going to take STZ and I want to change that to 15 minutes. So we're going to select minute, 15, 30 days, regular trading hours, last thing in the list. Break it into day, standard candlestick, do not plot. This is something I have failed to show. I think it'll load it in the template. We'll test that right here. This is how you put your break, your horizontal line. You can change it to a darker line if you want to. Some people like it to be darker. And if I do that, I generally go down to the dim gray and I'll make it double width. And I'll show you how that's going to be darker than what you have on here. Just a chance to show you a little something about the way you can load these. We're going to load another STZ. Make sure you get the same symbol again. This time we're going to want our daily. 1 day, 365, regular trading hours, last thing on the list. I know this is going down out of your view here. Break it into day, and then we got to remember to put it in a different panel. Number 1, do not auto scale, and do not plot the executions. Now you don't have to do anything with the trading hours on one. All you need is on one of them. And I'll hit OK. It's going to make us this chart. Now you can see how those lines are a little bit darker the way I did that. Now we got to load our template. Right click, go to templates, load. This is a standard candle, but it's 15-minute ATS Inflection D is what we wanted to load. And it's here. This occasionally will happen, so it's good to teach this. Hit the F button to fix it. It got out of whack there. Anytime that you've got a little F in any one of these windows, it'll realign things for you. Now, if you noticed, our lines are not as dark as they were anymore because they were loaded in from the template, so it did change them back to what was already saved. And that's all there is to building this chart from scratch. Thanks for watching our videos. Continue to study, and we'll be hearing from you soon. This video is brought to you by Active Trader Setups Tutoring Reference Series, where we're dissecting the components of each chart and all the indicators that are shown on the charts and how to read them and what they're intended to inform you about. Be sure to watch the complete series on any other chart templates you need information on, as well as be sure to tune in to our trading and training series, where we'll be looking at real-time setups on the charts as they progress through the day, and you start to learn to recognize how you're applying all these indicators to your trading. We're taking the charts and the indicators and learning how they apply to real-time trading and reading the charts. That's the trading and training series. We're putting that out 2 to 3 times a week during the week, and then also on the weekends we're going to have a weekend chart talk video that goes into many more charts that showed up throughout the week, and mainly concentrating on the cloud setups and the ATS Inflection charts. Thanks again for watching our video. Learn more about our trading package at activetradersetups.com.